so let me sit back down here. All right. So what we did was we selected setup focus here, and this came up. So now we have to do is
Can you point out setup and focus?
Setup and focus.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay. So this, when I click that, this came up and this came up. What we're going to do now is focus using, what are they called, beads? Focus beads. Nice name for them. Okay, so the
Creative.
process there is to just put the liquid, which includes the focus beads, in here and run it down to this point. Right, great.
And what are focus beads comprised of? This one.
Plastic.
That's it? Okay.
Okay, so believe it or not, there are focus beads in there.
Tighten this so there's no more play. And keep that tube nice and straight.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so what she did was made sure that this tube is straight. We have the liquid in with the focus beads. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the pump on, and we'll wait till the pump gets the fluid down into the flow cell. So we'll just start that and move it down, and you can watch.
So we're operating at 0.2 mils a minute, so we could
Point
sit
two.
here
I thought
for
it was 2. Okay.
yeah.
I think we could
So
increase that
you
a
could
little bit.
you can fire that up to
1.5.
1 or even 2 mils a minute just to pull it down into the flow cell.
Right. Set. After we do that, and then we'll watch
Now
here.
click resume.
Now you can see this dropping down here. We're going to wait till that hits down here.
You might even be able to see it on the screen as it starts to
That's a
pass
good
through.
point. So it's almost coming down. It's now into the flow cell.
And I just saw the shadow change, so
Okay,
hit
so
pause.
Pause. There you go. And now what we need to do is manually focus this to get an idea of where we are on it. And to do that, you don't grab this. You grab this section in the back, and you can do this very slowly to see if we get anything at all on the screen. There's an edge. I see an edge, shadow edge. So I'm going to try to focus that in here.
So that's moving the flow cell left and right versus
Okay.
up and down. And so let's try and bring the flow cell a little bit closer
Yeah.
to the magnification to the objective and see if we can
This one here?
draw into view. And you moving the whole carriage
Okay.
again.
See if we can see it here.
Can it go any further to the left?
There it goes. Oh,
There
yeah.
it goes.
Okay. So let's move this over so we can see it better. Let's see
So is
if I
that
can
the left
focus
edge
it.
or the right edge of the flow
That's
cell?
right, we're going to find out. So that's pretty focused at this point. So now we're going to move this over. And hard to tell. No, that's at the edge. So that's the left edge. And oh, there it is.
There's a bead.
There's a bead.
So let's hang in there
So
with
that's
that bead.
right here. And let's do a fine tune.
And now we
again.
move that carriage again.
Just a little fine tune. Close.
Now if you do it with 2 hands
Yeah, I'm looking at
and
it.
roll your fingers like this,
Right, let me try this.
then you can get that. There it goes.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so that
And it
looks.
drifted out of view.
There
But
it
here's
is.
another one.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see if we
So
can
you
get
want
this
to-
guy
I don't know what it's supposed to look like for perfect focus.
Right.
Oh, is that good?
in my humble opinion. That's pretty darn perfect.
Yeah, I'd say.
All right, so that's
That's what they're supposed to look like.
what they're supposed to look like.
Great, okay.
See how much easier that is from 20x?
I just stopped the pump. Oh, I thought I started the pump. Okay.
No, the pump was never operating. That was just
Oh, okay.
gravity pulling the solution through and pulling the beads through.
Okay.
Because the beads don't maintain suspension, and neither will your sample.
Right, exactly.
Is it really unusual that ours doesn't maintain that? I mean, that it.
Yours is definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. Yours definitely settles way more than I've ever dealt with in any other algae sample.
Yeah, that's been a concern of ours, but the fact is, if that's a natural kind of, factor.
That's one of the reasons we selected it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you bred for it.
Yeah.
All right, so what I can see right now is we are focused, and we're ready now to move over and do the actual sample. Okay, so the question I have at this point is, how do we clear all of this out to get ready for the sample?
Well, let's go ahead and run the autofocus routine.
Oh,
so
okay.
why don't we go to Tools, because the autofocus routine is a fine focus feature.
All right, so we manually focus.
we
and we got
manually
it
focus, and then the autofocus routine will do the fine focus. And let's see if we can pass the autofocus routine.
Right here.
So, yep.
close. Okay.
And let's hit next and follow the instructions.
Okay, please confirm the following setups. We've got that, we have that, we have that. Your setting's not correct, great, no problem. So then it says next. All right, now it says autofocus assistant. So we already did that. So our solution is already in there. So I don't see any other instructions. So go back and read this again. Setting not correct, click cancel to exit, which is not true, this assistant, and configure the FlowCam as stated. All right, so we've done all that. We're in good shape. So next, now it gives us a picture.
Yep, so we've dropped the sample in, we're good, so we can hit next.
Okay, so what this is saying is this is acceptable for what
We've
we've
done part of the autofocus routine already.
Okay, so this really means on the camera that the bio focus beads are what they're talking about here. So we'll say next.
So see how it says adjust until image sharp, and you can see that white
now it
dot
is,
Right.
yes.
and that
Okay.
sharp
Yes,
edge.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that before. I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember doing this.
We haven't done
before.
this yet.
Oh, we
No,
haven't.
we
Okay.
haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's stop. Now it's saying loosen turn screw, adjust until image sharp, and tighten thumb screw.
So we're going to loosen this screw. Here, can you move this window to the left?
Yep, can do.
And that way we can see the, there we go. So
Oh,
I'm going to
so it's
loosen this.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Got it, okay.
Now we have to wait
All
until
carriage.
more
Yeah.
pass
And
into
it's
our
the
field of
carriage that
view.
you're talking about?
Yep, and so we just want to do that really fine micro adjustment.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. As soon as we get it.
We'll wait, yeah, for
We
a
ever
second
get one.
to come back
I'm
into
not
the field
touching
of
it
view.
yet. Hello.
We need more focus beads.
Is this when you would squeeze the tube?
Yeah, we can definitely, there
That's
we
it.
go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Generally, you squeeze below when you do.
Mm-hmm.
You rest your hand on
Mhm.
the FlowCam so that way you don't pull
Right.
on the flow cell. So they're bouncing up.
Sure,
Yeah.
pushing it up.
There you go. All right.
Hoping for more to come down. That's from the bottom.
Mhm. This is a lesson in why I avoid the autofocus routine.
Mm-hmm.
Use is limited
Yeah.
with this particular instrument configuration, and which is why we're transferring to a different autofocus system. And rewriting that with the new
Mhm.
instrument line.
Oh, there it comes. Good. Hello. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down.
There. So now the
How's
trick.
that?
All right.
The trick is you have this bead. It's not quite in focus when you can see blue.
Oh, okay.
now it's in focus.
Oh, great.
When it's
Okay.
purely black and white. Now the trick is to tighten this
Without changing.
without
Oh,
changing the focus,
Right.
and also while balancing on one leg like I'm doing right now. And there we have it.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Great,
so
great,
let's
great.
continue.
All right, so continue next. All right, all of that. One, yes, solution, sample, one, solution added, course focus. All right, so we've done all of this, but we haven't done it with our culture. We've done it with the focus beads. So as far as I'm concerned, we're finished, right? That's what I would click at this point. Are you with me?
Yep.
Okay, is it a finish?
Yep.
I would say finish, okay. All right, so we're done with this.
So now it's actually going to run the autofocus routine.
On the focus bead.
So it's calibrating the background. It'll take it out of focus
Mm.
on one end of the spectrum. It'll find the middle, take it out of focus on the other end of the spectrum, and then find the middle again.
Wow.
So it uses similar focusing strategy as you would a
Mhm.
real camera
Mhm.
with manual focus.
Need to implement face recognition.